Hello, everyone. Welcome to Valheim. This is episode 2 of my Forever World. I'm very excited to keep playing this. I took a very long break from this game just because I wasn't getting burned out, but I was getting close. I quit around the Mistlands update. I tried to play like maybe a year later, and I just decided I needed to take a longer break. So here I am, getting back into it. So in the last one, we just kind of explored. I like to give a lot of tips and tricks as I play this, because I still have a lot retained from when I did play. So I'm excited to share all that info with you. And in this one, I want to establish like an actual base. I want to find a spot where I can start building. And I also want to try and beat the first boss, Eikthyr. Eikthyr. I don't know how to pronounce it. We're going to try and beat him this time. So let's get started. I'm pumped. Got to crouch and F3 to get rid of your HUD. Alright, so, yep, let's get our rested buff. That's super important. So just as a reminder, your resting comfort level has a base level of 7 minutes, and each number above that on your comfort is going to add another minute. So we're about to get 11 minutes. That should pop up any second. There we go. So that's just one thing to keep in mind there. Comfort's super important, so... Oh. That's funny. So yeah, comfort's super important. I promise I know what I'm doing. I'm allowed to have little mistakes here and there. That's great. Alright, so crafting table is important. Especially for, you know, tearing down your base and everything. I might just rip this whole house down. Don't have anything to cook. Let's get all this. Oh, I broke the crafting station through the door. Wow. That is hilarious. Okay. Got some growing pains here right at the beginning. That's cool. All right, I got the bed, I got the crafting station. I don't really need to tear this whole building down, but okay, so the last time we ran to the summoning stones at the very beginning, like right when you spawn in, and we got the Eikthyr location. So I'm gonna go check that out. And I want to see, so my first base, and really like your main base, I like to have near a near water for sure, because water is like very important in this game. Like there's a lot of traveling you do by boat, so having your base near water is crucial, if you want it to go well. Like you can do it otherwise, you know, this is how I play. You can play however you want, but really just having water access is so nice. Let's get some more wood here. What's my carry weight looking like? I should probably look at that. Alright, so we're about half. We're at 152. Get some more flint, because flint's super important early on. You can build a lot of upgrades to your crafting station and everything right away. Cool. We'll mark this off here. Right by Eikthyr. Nice. I want to make sure I do it with the dot. So double click, hit R for raspberry. I like to mark my areas off here because these will respawn. I think it's every 3 in-game days. Hi, Hugin. You have found a summoning place of one of the Forsaken. Make the correct offering at the altar, they will come. Oh, hi. There's a grayling. So, this is the next kind of step here. Got a critical there. Nice. So, once you find the boss area, at least for Eikthyr, click on this stone and it'll give you a hint. So, hunt his kin. He's a deer. so we're gonna have to go hunt some deer. So we're gonna need a bow. So that's gonna have to happen. Let's hit R to sheath your weapon or whatever you're holding. You can run a little bit faster this way. Ooh, another building. Ooh, did we find a little village? You can find abandoned villages pretty commonly in the meadows here. Hold control. You can click on all these. Ooh, we got some arrows. It's always nice getting free arrows. Ooh. All right, let's build out the trick from the first episode here. Let's open up menu here, crafting, workbench. So you put a workbench down, and then you just middle click. I don't know what it is on controller. I keep forgetting there's controller support for this game, which is neat. Sometimes it gets weird. There we go. I can't remember what it is for controller. It might be a button click. I've never played on controller, so I have no idea. God, it's still foggy. There's another building up here. There's another structure up that way. Let's go check that out. We're still in the meadows, so we're still safe. For the most part. I mean, a grayling and a boar could get you. We've definitely gotten a sideswiped? No. Gotten caught off guard by some things in my days, so. Usually in the Black Forest, so we'll get there probably next episode if I can get everything done in this one that I want to. I'm kind of liking this area. I don't like to settle down too quickly. Really need to find the perfect spot. Ooh, there's a stone up here. Let's go see what this is about. Because if this one has anything about boar, I don't think it does. There's no boar around here. Give thanks to Frey. Okay, so that one's just one of the flavor ones. If you find one that talks about boar, or really just creatures eating roots and berries, that one's important to keep around because you can get higher tier boars spawning by it. That's one thing I always like to note. I'll put a little marker down on my map. Darn it. I keep trying to quick move stuff like I do in Minecraft. It's a different button in this game, so. Alright, let's try and find... We need to find a spot to settle down. I think the next house I find near the shore might be a good spot. I actually really like building inside of these. Just because you can use these stone pillars as supports for your base, which is cool. I don't think I'm going to do that this time around yet. It's still nice to have that. The stone is it's grounded, so when you build, the blue color that you get, it's means you're it's the foundation. I can't remember what it's actually called. It's been so long since I played this, but it's like the blue is good. That just means your build is solid and you're not going to have to worry about it collapsing until it hits like dark red. Did I just run past a neck? No, that must have been a leaf. Oh my gosh. Okay. I kind of like this. At least for a starting house. Sneak up on this deer. So an old rumor that came out with this game, see how the wind is facing like the particles are blowing that way? There used to be an old rumor that wind affected deer, like they could smell you. Scent's not a mechanic in this game, so you don't have to worry about that, but we snuck up on him. Look at that. Got some deer hide. And some deer meat. So yeah, scent is not a mechanic in this game. As far as I know, it hasn't been added either, so. I'm wet. So that's one of the status effects that slows down your stamina and a bunch of other stuff. Your rested buff, I remembered. So it affects your stamina, but it also affects how fast your skills grow. So you definitely want to make sure you're keeping up on that. I got about 2 minutes left on mine. Kind of want my base near Black Forest. I also kind of want my first one to be at least somewhat close to this Eikthyr area that way. Maybe I can clear out this little spot on my map up in the top right there. Ooh. Yeah, I'm actually really liking this area. I know there's a Black Forest kind of nearby. But like with how open this little area is, I can clear out these little rivers and make like a boating area. I like how it kind of builds up into the hills there too. I wonder if, does this build up into a mountain at all? Ooh, that deer just spawned in, so you can see that. See how it's got like the... Oh, he ran right at me. That's funny. When it has the little water droplets on it, it means it just spawned in. Okay, so there's that house. I want to know if this goes up into a mountain. It kind of looks like it, but I can't really tell with the depth of field, like, fog there. It is getting late, so another tip that I gave in the last one. You can kind of see my shadow. If you look directly up on your map, so north as possible, see how my shadow's on the right? That means it's almost nighttime. And you can tell that it's getting darker too, but... Here we go. We're gonna need boar to build our bow, so another stone circle. But yeah, it is getting dark, so I'm gonna have to go back to a house. Ooh, let's check this. Is that the same stone? That is. So this doesn't go up into a mountain. That's kind of good to know. Maybe I'll shack up in here. Do we have more bees? Oh, bees. I really should be chopping trees and stuff too, but... Ooh, some mushrooms. Open up my map. We'll just mark it roughly where I'm standing. I hear crows, that means I'm close to a Black Forest. Couple raspberries here. Usually, so when I mark stuff, I don't like to do it unless there's at least 3. Just because if I'm going to make an entire trip over to to find these when they respawn, I want to make sure it's worth it. So at least 3 is my go-to there. Okay, it's looking like I'm going to have to go back to that house on the shore. So that's a good starting spot, actually. It's right next to water. We're kind of close to a Black Forest. I really like these big open fields, but I also like my bases to be like very close to water, so. And I try to grab everything that I can. There we go. Yeah, see, Black Forest has those pine trees up there. So it's not too bad. As soon as we get that "you are cold" buff, that's how you know it's nighttime. And someone did remind me too, in the last video, that the day-night cycle is 20 minutes of day and then 10 minutes of night. So as soon as you hit that "you are cold," that's how you know it's nighttime. Ooh. Oh, I didn't get... Okay, there we go. Got the crit. That, like, very loud ching. That's a critical. You feel cold. So it's nighttime now. So you're going to notice our stamina is going to regenerate very slowly. It's not too spooky yet. I don't mind running around in the dark. Once you beat the first boss, Eikthyr, your the mobs that spawn in the overworld, like just around at night, and sometimes during the day, the mobs will change. They'll like upgrade to the next area that you're supposed to be in. I think it's a way to like get you used to them, but there's a lot to that. And it gets spooky later on. Gotta start protecting your base against different things, so. Right, let me... Yeah, I don't mind exploring too much here, because we only have graylings, and then deer and necks. Like, I'm not worried about those at all, myself. I'm playing on hard mode, too, so... I think that really only, like, combat's a little harder, and then I think that just means enemies can raid your base more, which I'll get to in a future episode, as far as, like, how the base mechanics work. Ooh, this must be a boss stone, or a boar stone. See, like, there's a 1-star boar here. He's going to take a little bit more damage. But this one, yeah, once I'm done, I'm going to mark this, because that just means... Oh, I hit. Oh boy. Took some damage there. These guys hit hard. There we go. So they drop more resources versus the normal boar. So I'm just going to walk up to this, hit here, and then I'll just type in boar. I would type in B, but B for me is blueberries, and we'll get to that in the future. Okay. So I like this. See how this goes. There's nothing in there. I don't like to be picky with my first base. But I also want it to be, like, close to where I'm building my first one. And there's a possibility, too, that we could find a second... There's a 1-star deer. There's a possibility we could find a second Eikthyr spawning location, so... Some raspberries, nice. I'm seeing a lot of these raspberry bushes are, like, bunched up a little bit more than they used to be. Which I guess isn't a bad thing. It's just something I've noticed since coming back. So there's a black forest up here. I don't want to go too far, because I don't want to I'm trying my best. I'm gonna do what I can. It's not always gonna work out. But, I want to, like, not explore the next area as much as I can as far as the biomes and stuff go. Until I'm ready for it. Or until, like, you know, the next step is there. Ooh, this is a lean-to. So these are actually good. Ooh, are we at max carry weight? Yep. So these are nice, mainly just because this, like, arch, that's made of core wood, which you can't get until the Black Forest, but you can get it now if you build a crafting station. So we'll place that, and then just middle mouse, and then you get a bunch of core wood recipes super early. But now I am at carry weight, so so can I, nope, I can't do anything there. Let's build, oh, this is gonna need a roof, isn't it? Yep. Okay. Yep. So you need a roof to do anything. I should honestly just leave the wood. More raspberries, nice. It's a little bit further than the other one, so it'll be a nice path. So we left some wood back there, which is fine. We'll get a ton of it. But I kind of want to at least build my armor. Okay. We'll repair everything too, that's free. So rag trousers, I have a tunic. That's what you spawn with, so let's get trousers. We'll get a shield. So with the shield, you can go into the style here and you can change. I usually go with either this one or the red and black just because I think those look the coolest. I might just go with red and white this time around. Oh. Hey. You can't use deer meat on Grayling. That's funny. I must have tapped my 2 before I fought him. That's hilarious. Okay, so let's do that. I want a bow first, and then if I have enough for a shield after. Okay, I don't, which is fine. Wood arrows are okay. So my bow, I actually like to have at number 1. Right click on your trousers to equip. And then we're down on our weight. So another tip I like to give out is the fire. You don't need a crafting station for. So if you ever need just a quick shelter, throw a campfire down and then just wait under a roof. I'm exposed. Okay, I guess that's broken enough to be exposed. So we should be getting 10 minutes of a comfort buff here. There it is. And we could sleep. I'm not really worried about it right now. We'll break that. We feel cold, but I want the stone back. You don't get the wood back. Okay, so what we need to do now, it is dark still. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I forgot how pretty this game is. So there's the boar stone. So boar will just continue to spawn over that way. There's another 1 star. So we want to keep that on the map. That way when you're ready to tame boar, which I'll get to in a future episode, once you're ready to tame them, the 1 stars are going to drop more resources. Ooh, and we're on day 3. So that means it's officially daytime and you lose that cold buff or debuff. So, alright, so what we need to do, I have arrows. They're flint. You know, it's not the greatest to use these right away. I really like to use fire arrows. But we're gonna... Oh, we scared him. So if you are shooting and you want to change your mind, you just right click and you'll cancel the shot. Something I didn't know for a while. I wasted a ton of arrows. There we go. One nice thing I like to do with boar, just shoot straight down as they're charging at you. Got another raspberry bush here. Oops, I am. It's close enough to that dot. I'm not going to mark it. Alright, so we need deer. We need at least 2 deer trophies. We have 1. So we just need 1 more. Deer right here. Like to get it as charged up as I can. If they don't see you, you get a critical for a sneak attack, which is nice. There's our other deer trophy. We only needed 2. We can fight Eikthyr right now if we want to. I think I want to give it a little bit just to get my skills up. Just a tiny, tiny bit. It's really not necessary, but I also don't really have like an established area yet. Same thing with the boar, just wait. Boom. Yeah, I like having my bow at number 1. It's easily one of my favorite weapons. Let's see, what's my carry weight back at? 276. The crude bow is rough. After I got used to... Oh, what's the bow? It's silver. Something you get later on in the game. I'm still very used to that bow. And then seagulls you can shoot. You can do it with crows too, but Hugin probably wouldn't like it. But you can shoot crows and seagulls for feathers. Got him. So world saves are nice. Ooh, is this a new one? On this spot, a tree fell on my head and I cursed the gods. Oh yeah, that's a thing too. Trees can just... You gotta be very careful chopping trees. We're gonna get a world save any second now. Ooh, raspberries. There it is. Nice, that's a pretty big raspberry patch. I could eat another bite. Okay, so I really need to establish like where I'm gonna camp out, and I think I'm settled here. I searched around enough. I think this will work. I don't know if I'll use this structure or not. Oh, hi, dear. These are nice for like starting houses. I don't like how short these houses are. So I think for now we'll use it just to have our crafting bench set up. And then we'll work on it. Throw that in the back here. So we'll upgrade it like there. And then we'll just throw a roof on it, because why not? I'm not staying here, it's just temporary. We get all of our materials back. We're gonna add, let's see, furniture. We're gonna add a bed, just for the crafting bonus, and just in case we die. I want to have that there. What is this? No room in inventory. Where did the torch come from? Oh, it came from the came from that chest. There we go. Picked it up. All right. So I at least want a couple fire arrows. Inventory's full. Yep, that's gonna be an issue for a minute. We'll do that and that. I like to have, so this is a huge reason why I pointed out that lean-to. You can build this sitting log right away. And as long as it's nearby, you get an extra minute of your rested buff. Like, see, I should be at comfort 5. Once it settles. Oh, wait, no, we need a fire. Hold on. Building, we're going to throw this over the top there, just like we did in the last base. And then we are short 2 wood, which is fine. Look at that. We got a branch, and we're at 2. And then we need some more wood. Let's see, what are we at for time? Not bad. So, little wood cutting tip. It's with the stone axe, so this might take a second to give that tip out. Let the wood fall. And then cut another tree down. Because there's a chance this one could fall into that log. And it's going to do some damage to the log, and it'll cause it to break up too. There we go. It's falling right in. See how it did 30 damage to it? So now we go in. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a bunch of dodge rolls and stuff. You hold crouch and then jump. Birch trees we can't cut yet. That's these trees right there. Beech we can. Okay, that should fall. You can, I mean, you can break them with these if you're lucky. Look at that. Free wood just laying around. And then, since these have taken some hits, I like to chop all my wood, like, in a big pile if you can. So then they all hit each other, and then I break this one, and like the left half should drop over into that pile that way. Knock that tree over. So you're saving durability, saving some time. So there's a couple woodcutting tips. They can fall on your head, so be careful. I've definitely had that happen many times. And when it rolls, you can take damage that way, and I've gotten like hit by a troll and then it's not fun. One more? Two more? Three more? Yeah, I could build a flint axe. Alright, cool. So we're at carry weight again. And now that we have our area set up here, I need to get my rested buff again, but it should be comfort 5. I can start storing stuff here. Resting, there we go. So let's throw the heavy stuff. So stone, wood for sure. Flint is pretty heavy. Seeds we can't really do much with yet. And then actually, so you need, for each bee, you need 10 wood, so I'm going to work on that here. Store the necktails, because I know I'm going to need those down the road. I like to keep my money and everything in. Let's see. I need 2 of those. Split you. I just like to get organized as much as I can. So 24. Okay, we're gonna need the rest of that wood. Because I want fire arrows for the Eikthyr fight. So let me run back. We got 12 minutes of our comfort buff, which is nice. Run back over, where was it? This way. Get all of our wood and seeds. We're gonna need seeds eventually. And then another one, I know I've probably mentioned it a couple times, the wet buff. If you stand by a fire, it goes down real fast. So we're gonna need to cook some food. I think we're fine right now. Like, I could probably go and fight Eikthyr right now, honestly. So it's going to cook the boar meat. You can fit up to 10. So 5 cooking stations over 1 fire if you place them right. And then while that's cooking, so beehives, these are fun. I always like to, so I'll build them on the roof. And then I'll put, so that hole, I'll put that like in the middle of the roof piece. And as long as you hear the bees moving, that's all you really need to pay attention to. And then, obviously this, if you're familiar with bees, if the bees are happy, the bees are making honey. So I always like to just center them right in the middle of the roof pieces if I can. And then I'll just repair this. I was wondering why those pieces were fully fixed up. I forgot I built those. Okay. Yeah, so the blue, like, foundation pieces, those are important to pay attention to in the future. Oh, this fire's getting smoked out, so the smoke is suffocating the fire. It's good to pay attention to. It's probably too close to the roof there, so I'll have to raise it up. For right now, it's doing its job. Keep that there. Deer meat's gonna be nice to have. Alright, let's see if we can build some fire arrows before that. I like to go in with about 60. It's a little excessive, I think, but I've never played this on hard, so... Fire arrows, I still need some feathers, which are in my bags. Get these so they don't turn into charcoal. Feathers. I could eat another bite. So 1, 2, and 3. And honestly, wood arrows are probably adequate. We'll keep those. Let's swap out the honey for the mushrooms. There we go. Alright, let's cook up the rest of this stuff. And then honestly, I think I'm ready. I wanted to keep these episodes a little bit longer just because... I don't know, Valheim's great. And the day-night cycle's a little bit longer than it is in Minecraft, which is what I usually upload on this channel, so... Clear out some of these little beech trees. As far as I know, there's no way for these to get big, so I just like to clear them out. They're nice to have because you can't really plant these tiny ones as far as I know. Oh, I think having this little area right next to the water, and we're like not too far away from a black forest too, so. And I like to build in a meadows just because it's a little bit less chaotic. Pick these up before. Cooking. I think cooking being a skill is new to me too. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do in the morning, yeah, the fire's smothering itself out. So I don't really need this here. It's really just in case it rains. It's nice to have. Once I get into like building tips and stuff, I can go more into depth on like what I usually do for that kind of stuff, but I mean, we can really just do this too. See if I can snap it. I know there's ways to change the snapping. Let's see. Toggle snapping, hit shift. Yeah, so we don't have to snap it. That's still gonna cover it. And then it hopefully shouldn't smother it out. Bees are happy. It's still daytime, so... Or nighttime. No, daytime. Got my times of day mixed up there for a second. Oh. Here, boar. So another thing I like to do I'm just gonna take some of my wood. Maybe half. That should be fine. And I'll just build a couple of wood arrows just to get my bow skill up a little bit. And then I can, you know, shoot at some deer. Just make sure to equip them. So you just right click on it. I've definitely wasted some good arrows on just shooting deer, so. Oh. There we go. Ooh, so that's... Not everything floats in water, which is rough. And it makes sense, but some enemies, if you beat them and they're in the water, you can lose that. So we got the Comfort 5, let's get that. I just want to hunt some more deer before we get into fighting Eikthyr. Definitely do that in the morning. So when the bees stop too, that's also when it's nighttime. It's a good way to tell. There we go. 12 minutes of comfort. Yep, and I feel cold. So those, I think for the most part, should counter themselves. I really just want to find some more deer. Because if I can get the deer armor, like the just standard leather armor, I'm going to do it. See, I'm on the hunt. So hard finding them in the middle of the night too. There's one right there. Oh, there's some raspberries. There we go. That's funny, they just kind of phased in. Okay. I try not to run. Oh, there's... See if I can snipe another one. Nope. I like working on my unarmed with the graylings. Okay. Nope. Oh, that's a 1-star too, dang it. Oh. I don't think I'm gonna get this one. No. I'm not a hunter, but I know that's probably gonna resonate with those who do. Heard some stories. Like, yep, I had a perfect deer, and it got away. I should be marking dandelions too, but like I said in the first episode, I always end up with so much. Just from picking up everything. Like, that's another tip I like to give out too. Just pick up everything while you're out and about. Drop it in your chest when you're back. Need to find a couple more deer. I think I need like 8 pieces of leather for the whole set. Do have a Forsaken to take out in the morning, so I think I'll be alright, actually. So let's run back home. We'll get situated. We'll take out Eikthyr in the morning. I'm kind of glad I turned off the continuous music. I love the music in this game, don't get me wrong, but having like actual silence is kind of nice. So there's 6. Let's see. Leather tunic. Yeah, the helmet. Okay, so it's 6, 12, 18. So let's get the helmet just because it's extra armor right now. And then you can get a cape too, but we need to find bones for that, and I'm not about to do that right now. Here we go. Unloading unused assets. Thanks, Valheim. Good morning and resting. So we're going to reset this comfort buff. It's day 4. I have a fresh sparkling water that I just cracked. Let's go. Make sure that that's connected or set up. As far as weapons go, I could build a flint axe. I'm really not worried about it. I don't like to melee Eikthyr anyway. So just in case, I'll bring the flint head arrows. We got the deer heads. Yeah, let's go. We got this. So I always like to scope out my area too. I mean, with Valheim being a game where, you know, every seed is different, you can really get some nutty spawns. Like, I think my first Eikthyr was in the middle of like a really thick forest, so it was really hard navigating around. This one's right by water, which isn't great, but I have a nice open field I can run them around in, so here we go. Hunt is kin. Okay, and then where these sparkles are going in, that's where he's spawning in, so. Oh, he's got lightning. Okay. Woo! He does like a big boom there. Okay. Okay. I don't want him to melee me. Let's just run around. Just kind of like kite him through different trees and stuff. Okay, that's fine. We can take a little bit of damage. You do the fire arrows just to, like, you know, while you're walking around, it'll do a little bit more damage while he's running around. There's the big boom. The music is so good. Yeah, he just kind of, you know, if you walk around enough, yeah, like I've gotten hit by that lightning 3 times and I'm picking dandelions in the middle of the fight. Like, we're good. Two more arrows should do it. There we go. First boss down. Get downhill from him. There we go. We did it. We got antlers. We got a trophy. That was amazing. Went all according to plan. Return to the sacrificial stones with your forsaken trophy and offer it as a sacrifice. So my bow did take some durability, which is fine. It's one tip I might give if you want to take on, if you're not experienced or like haven't done it before, you might want to upgrade your bow at least once. I still need some leather. I'm gonna take out these deer if I can. Yeah. This is what I wanted at night. I'm not gonna complain though. We just beat the first boss. So let's run back here, and then this is probably one of my favorite buffs in this game. Take this guy out. There we go. So we'll run back, basically run back to spawn. And that's another, oh. Oh, he's half. Yes! Oh, yeah. Got him. That's gonna be a lot of deer hide. What am I at? 5. So I need to get up to 12 to get another full set, which is what I want to do before I get into the Black Forest. So that'll be next time. But what we're gonna do, I don't know if it has to be on the hotbar or not. So, Sacrificial Stone, we're gonna read it. His antlers are branches of iron. They crack the rocks and bring down the mountains. His hooves are the sound of thunder. His voice a howling gale. So we're gonna hit 5. Or I guess we can just attach it there. Yes. And we're gonna activate the power. Yes. So this gives us basically any stamina usage is dropped, so you can run for a very long time, or you can jump, or you can swim. It's so nice. You've been granted the power of Eikthyr. Use it in times of need. Your next target dwells in the Black Forest. Go there, explore the lands, uncover the lost treasures. The Elder awaits. He sure does. Alright, well, that is going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hopefully you learned something. We're going to tackle the Black Forest next. So, let me know what you thought down in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.